again, this is the color. So I'll take this off, but I'm going to go ahead and click and save this gradient. Delete that. Here's the star again. Clicking, I got the space bar, the amount of arrows to give me the amount of shapes. If it looks like it needs to be a little deeper to the set right there, so that's that first part. I can see the stroke, so I just hit the X, and again I'm just going to grab a shade of green. I have the stroke panel open. I increase that. Down below it has the aligning of the stroke to the center, to the inside or outside. I'm just going to click it on the outside. So that's the first one. All the settings are the same. The smart guides let me go right to the middle option to set that out. And you can see it has the similar amount of points. If I want to increase or decrease that, Command key, extend it out a little bit. This time I'm going to take the stroke off of this one. I can see the gradation on there. I'm going to take the gradient tool and just click it, see if I can't modify that. It's not letting me use the gradient only because the fill and stroke are highlighted. The X key, now I can adjust this screen. So I'm just going to place it up here. I take a look at the inside color. I'm going to remove that, and on this side I'm just going to grab from the swatches and put that yellow that's over there. Adjust it from this time on this side here, and you can see there's actually a white color chip right on the middle there. So that gives me that initial part. Looks like it might have just a slight color for the stroke, so I'll give that a stroke there and try to build that piece up. Again, X is going to bring the fill up, G for gradient, and this allows me to manipulate, stretch out the color for this one, and try to build that section up. Again, with the stroke, increasing that section there. Okay, so this is made of 2 stars, so I'm just going to select them, Command G, and group them together, and just set it off to the side there. And then kind of go through this, take a look at what this is. This has a couple of images in here, so you're trying to do the best that you can see to relocate these. Here's the part that's a little rounder, maybe not so much, so I'm going to make a little more shallow piece there. Again, this one looks like the outer edge is white, so I'm just going to click on the outer fill. First I'm going to save this gradient here, and when it pops up you can see it listed right here in your swatches. So this one, select again with the selection tool, and the fill looks like it's going to be white, so I just click on the white color. The stroke, I'm just clicking X and it's giving me the color, so I can just quickly change this so I can get a lighter color for that fill in there, so you can kind of see how that's placing itself. Okay, and it's kind of building that part up. Go to the next one. Again, I have the same presets for it, so it'll line itself right up. There's other ways to get that matched exactly, but here I have this gold color, and then hit X so I can just click on the fill. There it is right there. G, as in wow, is going to be right there, so I can grab and put a white highlight there. And while the tool is still selected, I can adjust it to fit into that part. And you can see that the next shape, there's like an elliptical shape. So I'm just going to throw the elliptical shape right there. And here it's the elliptics. I'm just going to change from radial to linear and just keep that right there. I have the gradient tool, and now I can just stretch it straight across to give me that look to it. Okay, so it's just kind of getting some exercise here. Select him, Command G for the group. Set that guy down here a little bit. And take a look. This one looks a little more tricky as far as adding some of the things to it. So decrease this down a little bit. Hold the command. Give a little more of a section to it, not too much. Okay. Take the direct selection tool. First I'm going to click X to get the brown color for the outside edge. X for the inside, so it has a gradient. So I'll put that in there. And again, it's a linear gradient, G. And I'm just going to switch it from top to bottom, bottom to top. Gives it that color. Select the letter A, so now these points, just so you can see this part, trying to manipulate that section. So here's that star shape. And we'll go back in to try to modify the selection to it for those first three. Okay. So zooming out of this part, hide this layer here, hit the tab key. And these are all grouped together so far. Take the selection, position them up here, select them on here so you can see them, and see if you can't create those star shapes.